just where we, as I mentioned, yes please, this is where we are. 4 distribution centers, 1 shared service center. I like sharing this as well. At the heart of our business model, at the end of the day, it's all about creating shared value. A lot of the time, people will probably think, what's creating shared value? Parang fancy word lang yan for corporate social responsibility. Okay? Actually, it isn't. All well and good when we do CSR. How many of you have heard of CSR? Corporate social responsibility. Yes, no buzzword eh. Usong-uso, di ba? Bibigay ka, feeding. Yan. Di ba? We're very proud to say, and we've done this, we are moving beyond just doing dole-outs and handouts. It's all about ensuring that the most number of people benefit from the businesses of having Nestle in their communities. Okay? It just makes sense. Case in point, yes please. I will skip that in a little bit. Next, please. This is some of the things that we actually do. Okay, wastewater treatment, rainwater harvesting, greening the supply chain. It's really about ensuring that you still have a healthy environment when you have your own kids. Okay, next, please. This is something I'm very proud of. We take it very seriously that what we do help improve lives. That is essentially what makes me go to work every morning. Okay, it's about the coffee farmers. We have a coffee farm in Tagum, in Davao. What we do you guys realize, and this is a sad state, but I'm going to share this with you. A couple of years ago, we were growing coffee. We were prime exporters of coffee. Okay, now we import 70% of our coffee. How sad is that? Okay? Why is it sad? We have some of the best farms and lands that can actually produce coffee. We're not doing it. We have, since these lands have all but disappeared. What are they now? Either golf courses or some makeshift subdivision that has no water or whatever. Okay? Seriously. The coffee is something that's quite easy to plant. It's quite easy to handle. It's good for with our climate. We just don't. It's sadly there's not a lot of support from government. Okay, so we actually import our coffee. When several years ago we were actually exporting. Kakalungkot, di ba? Vietnam produces more coffee than we do, which is a shame. Okay, because we have far better coffee and land than they do. But what we've done is we've worked with over 30,000 coffee farmers. Yung commercial namin, hindi ho joke yun. Hindi pa cute yun, totoo ho yun. We've worked with over 30,000 farmers. What we do is we train them. Okay, we train them to actually how they can plant, how they can improve the yield of their land. Okay, and what happens is instead of selling through a middleman, which means konti lang ang makukuhang profit ng mga farmers, diretso sila sa amin. We buy it at market price. Wala yung discount, wala yung, sige na, tinulungan naman namin kayo. Walang ganon. Okay, because Nestle is known for research and development worldwide. We use that to help the farmers. Because it just, honestly, more than making good business sense, it just makes sense, period. Diba? Miikot lang naman ang mundo eh. Sino pa naman ba magtutulungan kung hindi tayo din? Diba? One of the other things that we do, business on wheels. Those, this next person, the one with the Nescafe, here, do you see it? Yan ho ay umiikot at nagbebenta ng kape. Okay? Kape, Milo, gatas, kahit na ano. Okay? Iniisip namin pati pagkain malapit-lapit na. Okay? In about a year or two. What he does is he owns his business. That's his business. We help him rent out his motor first. He buys it at a discounted price, yung mga gamit niya. And then he sells it for a profit. Sa sobrang lakas, this fellow over here, siya sample, some of our bowers, as we call them, sa sobrang lakas ng business, they have bowers under them already. At marami dyan, sana I had it, no, I don't have that video. They will actually tell you, dati nangungutang ako nag 5-6, ngayon ako na ho ang inuutangan. Okay? Obviously you know that saying, you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, you feed him for lifetime. Diba? That's exactly how we think about it. Okay? It's empowering people to, have a sense of self-worth. Iba yun eh. Diba? Lalo na pag, halos lahat dyan magulang. Okay? Lahat dyan parents. Iba yun for your family. We have things like micro-distributors. Who has not heard the Nestle ice cream cart? Yung nakakairitang Nestle ice cream car. Di ba? Parang ano ba? Nasa Bora, naririnig mo. Nasa Cebu, naririnig mo. Nagdi-dinner ka, dumadaan siya. At least nagbebenta kami, di ba? We have ice cream street selling cut and sew. Lovely ladies over there. Our hairnets, our, what is lab gowns, our covers, our shoe covers are all done by the women in the communities. So we have cut and sew in Lipa, we have cut and sew in Cabuyao. What they actually do is, so we tell them, so they constantly improve. They're also now servicing other companies for shoe covers because they started with us. Okay. And then obviously Nestle GK Village. We've partnered with Tony Meloto so that we are introducing 2011 I think or 2012 hopefully a parang the GK Village of the future. O diba? Proud kami. Na yung tipong talagang self-sustaining pati yung mga bubong inayos namin para so that they can catch rainwater. Similar to our best practices in our factories so that they can use that also. So some of the things that we just do. Next please. Just to share with you our other factories. Yes, please. Okay. Our new factory in Tanawan, Batangas, the reason we're very proud is I think this tells you that we're here to stay. That we believe in the Filipino, we believe in you guys, which is why we are here. Okay? Because we can very well have put this elsewhere. There was news earlier this year, Nestle Indonesia erroneously issued a statement saying that we were packing up the Philippines and moving to them. Yes. Actually, pwedeng baliktad. We can pack them up and move them here. Seryoso, that's why my CEO had a press conference. Very, very quickly. There's no way that we are leaving the Philippines. This is obviously one sign that we're here to stay. It is one of the biggest investments. This will be located in FPIP in Tanawan. Now, when we move in there, we will be the biggest factory in FPIP. This is over 27 hectares. Makiisip ko kung gaano kalaki yun. Asendero, mga dating namin. Pag nandun kami, parang ganun yung mga itsura. Okay, next please. Okay, just to share with you, sorry, can you go back? There, okay. Initially, phase 1 is about 170 people initially. This is going to go way bigger when we do phase 2 by 2012. Okay, next please. At Nestle Philippines, it's simply, can you just click? Good. Our heritage is an integral part of the Filipino way of life. Wala yata sa inyo, pag ikaw ay Pinoy na Pinoy, there is no one here who has never tried a Nestle product at least once. None. 99% of Filipino children have tried Cerelac. 99. So kahit na hindi mo nagustuhan nung bata ka, pinatikim ka ng nanay mo. Okay? 99%. Okay? Hindi na nga namin alam anong gagawin namin kasi 99% na yung kumakain eh. So sustaining. Next. Again, it's all about nurturing generations of Filipino families. Next. Okay. Our commitment is all about creating shared values. So that's really, di ba? Chika lang yan about Nestle. Bilisan natin yung iba. Next. This is actually the meat of why you guys are here. I'm going to go through this in terms of, if I make sure we have enough time for questions later because feeling ko doon kayo mas interesado. If you're applying to me, obviously I can only speak for Nestle, okay? I actually look for the three things. BXP. Brains, social power. What's brains? I'm assuming you all have gray matter. That's why you're already juniors and seniors. Okay? And that's why you are still in the Ateneo. Sabi nga nila, di ba? In the Ateneo. Di ko nga alam kung saan nagsimula yung the Ateneo na yan eh. Nung nandito ako nung 97, wala naman yun. Tita Chit, no? Nauso na lang nung nag-graduate ako. From the Ateneo. Okay. Sabi nyo eh. Okay. It's brains. Okay. The social skills, hindi yung social. Iba yung, hi! Hindi ganon. Baka kasi yun ang iniisip nyo. Social skills simply means, do you know how to build relationships? Do people feel comfortable around you? Do you know how to work well in teams? Bakit? Wala akong trabahong solo ka. In this day and age, hindi usong solo ka unless hacker ka na nagtatago ka sa bahay mo. Diba? Otherwise, you will need to be working with people. Hence the need for good social skills. Next, power is all about form and substance. Less talk, more action. May iba kasi, sorry Ateneans, wag magalit, but there have been some Ateneans that I've met, great brains, Talino, alam mong may brain cells. Graduate nga ng Ateneo eh. Diba? Galing sa tao. Okay? But somehow, puro ganun lang. Puro abla. Do you know what it means? Matanda na ako. Puro abla. It's all, sorry, excuse my language. It's all laway. And not much else. I don't need that from Ateneans. You're an Atenean. Honestly, we expect more from you. Sad, a little more difficult, yes. But because you are an Atenean, much more is expected from you. Iba ang pangalan ng Ateneo pag lumabas ka dito. Make sense? Okay? So you better wear it well. It's that simple. Okay? Iba expectations namin. A lot of leadership skills. How many of you are active in orgs? And I'm not saying active member. Saying member. Hindi ho member. Saying active, as in you take on a leadership function. You're either VP, secretary, committee head, etc. Yes. Up. Yan. Sino ang juniors na active sa org? Taas ang kamay. Magkakakarir kayo. Yan ang mga batang pinag-aagawan naming tatlo. Nung seryoso, kayo ang hinahanap. Seriously, Ilan sa inyo ang medyo running for honors tapos active sa org? Hindi, sige, pumapasa naman tapos active sa org. Di ba? May ambisyong graduate. Parang ganyan, okay. No, to be perfectly honest, it isn't so much grades now. And huwag magalit, sir, ha? Baka magalit ka. Mamaya abangan ako nila Dean sa labas. The reason we say it's not so much grades anymore is because, again, ang dami nyo ng Ateneans na lumalabas. We need more than just numbers on paper. I need to see how well you work. Because iba na ang talent market ngayon. Iba na ang kailangan namin. Dati, pag sinabi mong CPA, CPA lang. Okay? Dati pag sinabi mong HR, taga-process lang yan ng papel. Seryoso. Noong nagsimula ako, taga-process ka lang ng papel. In the 10 years, in the 12 years that I've been working, it is so different. Kailangan showbiz ka, kailangan finance ka, kailangan marketing ka, kailangan marunong ka magbenta, kailangan maganda ka. Kailangan, di ba? Kailangan yan eh. Ang dami ng expectations. Dati hindi, simple lang. Ngayon, ang dami ng kailangan. Bakit? Because your marketplace is truly global. You've heard this before. Facebook? The little thing called Facebook? Diba? I'm sure Tita Chit, are you on Facebook? No, Tita Chit is the last holdout on Facebook. Okay, probably huli na yan. Majority of you here on Facebook, yes? This is not a joke, huh? That has actually changed the way we do things. You can't ignore it. I wish I can ignore social media, but I can't. Okay? It's where people go. 3 times more people visit Facebook pages than they do actual websites of companies. So kami, Facebook tayo. Diba? Wala kang choice, nandun kayo eh. How many other people are on Facebook? I'm sure you have what? 1,000 friends? Yes? Diba? 1,000 friends. How many of those you see every day? None? 20, 30, 100, diba? The others, friend of friends of friends. Friends in the States you'll never see. Diba? Pero friend mo yun. Alam niya ang life mo. Alam niyang nandun ka. Nagpo-Foursquare ka. Alam niyang nag-check-in ka sa cafeteria ng Ateneo de Manila University. Diba? Mamaya, mga 5:30, aalis ka. Mag-check-in ka ulit sa Foursquare. Nasaan? Buhay pa ba ang Sweet Inspirations? Buhay pa ba? Meron pa ba? Wala na. Meron pa. McDonald's na lang. Yun na lang ang buhay nung panahon ko. McDonald's. Mag-check-in ka sa McDonald's. Ang dami-dami. Dati noon walang ganun. Dati yung telepono namin ganito kalaki. Tapos ganito yung battery. Okay. Ngayon kaya parang liit na. It changes the way you do. You're on Facebook 24/7. Your phones are on Facebook. Yes? Di ba? Unlimited surfing, 20 pesos. Mga iba sa inyo, di kumakain para bumili ng load. Diba? It changes the way we do things. Which is why we need people who are less of the greats, more of those who can lead people. Those who can see things like that. See trends of the future. Yun yung kailangan namin. At the end of the day, obviously, it's about fit. Do you guys share the same values as the organization you're applying to? Okay, next please. Okay, ito. Sino ho ang juniors ulit dito? juniors. Okay. Mag-i-internship sa summer? Yan.